Welcome to the Contemporary Comrades, and I come here to you today not to say, hey, we're gonna give you a truth nugget. Not here, to talk about the election more or anything like that, but here to say one thing and one thing only. We here at the Contemporary Comrades have told you so. And you'll find out here in a second, here in about a minute, what I'm talking about. And if you viewed our most recent episode, you guys will actually know. Just after watching this clip from our observations from Robert Meyer Burnett. But to give you guys a quick little backstory about this really quick. I was catching up on this show, Robert Meyer Burnett, this morning. And because he went live last night. I was obviously at work last night, so over this morning, try to catch up. I got not even 10 minutes into this episode, and he's already saying the same shit we were saying. And he's talking about movies. Like he does what I do on my other podcast. So he's talking about, like movies and movie theaters and the recent news we got about movie theaters and stuff like that. But then he talks about the vaccine. And he starts talking about Operation Warp Speed. But you know what? I'll let him tell you, not me.
Problem is, even now, if theaters do open, and even now, if there is a vaccine available, how long is it going to take to inoculate everyone? And quite frankly, I'm not going to be eager, as much as I'm a man of science and I do believe in vaccinations and things. I am not going to line up to receive a vaccine that was put on the fast track, the warp speed track, to get made. I don't think there's enough information.
This is Hollywood, folks. This is Hollywood. And they're doing this. They're just now figuring this out.
There's not enough long-term information, side effects. I mean, just go back and watch I Am Legend. There's a lot of truth in our horror and our science fiction. I Am Legend. If you're watching that movie, Emma Thompson's like, yeah, we have this cure for cancer. Look at how that worked out. And now I'm not saying that you should be necessarily fearful of a coronavirus vaccine, but when something is fast-tracked to be brought to market and, because we need it, I get it. That just, it worries me. But anyway, it's not like we're going to go back to normal in 4 or 5 months or even a year. It's going to take some time. So the fact is, the studios are still left.
So he said a lot there without saying much. Robert Meyer Burnett, someone who is very experienced in Hollywood for decades, he's catching one. He's saying, look, I'm a man of science. I'm a man that has, pretty much, you come out with a vaccine, I support it because I believe in our system and in our experience that we have as human beings on this earth in terms of science, especially in America. But we get a lot of our shit from other, but whatever. I'm not here to talk about that. But he's saying, look, man, these people are very credible. However, I don't think the process is credible for what they're doing. So that's hey, comrades, you guys were right, number one. Let me go to point number 2. Okay? Point number 2 being him saying, look, even if they do come out with this, I'm not going to be the first in line. We need more people like Robert Meyer Burnett, who this isn't the first time I've championed this man, within the past 6 months. He is a part of Hollywood, and he's saying, look, I don't trust this process. I'm not going to be the first one to go take this. We need more people like him because it's going to be people like him that could maybe, possibly make a change. Now, again, here on Comrades, we all know that, the people making change, it's a possibility, but it's a very, very steep hill. It's a very, very steep hill to climb. But is it a hill worth dying on? Of course. But it depends on the context. It depends on what area of change are you really trying to make. Then yes, it is worth a hill dying on. That's just my personal belief. That's not a comrade. That's not a me and Jaron belief. That's just my own personal belief. And then yeah, he doesn't want to be the first, because I think if they do this, if people in Hollywood, the entertainers, the influence, and all other areas of entertainment, if we get a good solid ground of people that say, hey, we don't trust this process. We do not trust this Operation Warp Speed process. I hate trying to fucking say that. Then I mean, I'm not saying it'll prevent it. I'm not saying that it'll stop it, but it could probably do what pretty much what Trump did, which is slow the process down. Slow these processes down. Give it time to find a vaccine if we are really going to try and find a vaccine. But we all know the true meaning. We all know what's truly going to happen, what the true result that they want to happen is. But it is good to see someone in Hollywood to say, hey, look, I see what's going on. I see how fast all this shit's happening, and it's very fucking scary. That's what Robert Meyer Burnett is saying. Now, point number 3. Point number 3 being, he gave a reference that we received on our last episode of Contemporary Comrades on Friday. And that reference was this.
Again, I cannot verify how legitimate this email is, but I want to say that the bullet points mentioned in the projections that they're allegedly planning for are very fucking serious.
It sounds like an accurate plan.
And it sounds like a very accurate plan. Sounds like a very fucking accurate plan. Hey, shout out to Creedlink. He said, "Look at I Am Legend with Will Smith." That's facts. That's fact.
This was on Friday. That Robert Meyer Burnett episode was from yesterday, from last night. What did he mention? Bruh. What did I say? What did I say last week?
Yeah, I've watched that movie many times. That's facts, bro. Shout out to you.
Shit, look at all the Will Smith movies. Look at iRobot.
Yeah, look at iRobot. Yeah. Look at every movie he fucking does has an agenda in it. To be honest.
Look at look what's that shit he just did? Not that terrible Bad Boys movie, but
the clone joint.
Yeah. What was that called?
I can't think of the name of it.
It was Gemini Man. But look, what happened? We had someone that's not even on our cast comment in the live chat and say, "I am legend." What did Robert Meyer Burnett, one of the brightest men when it comes to movies, say last night, which was Monday? I am legend. He even gave you details. This is something we need to be worried about, folks. It's scary how accurate we are. That's a really funny still of Jaron, by the way. But anyways. He's going to kill me later. But anyways, it's scary accurate. You know, of the shit that's put on this fucking podcast. Like, while it is fun to me, it's like, man, we really are like, we're on to something. And again, I'm not here to boast, and even though, I kind of joked about it at the beginning of the video, but in all seriousness, like, I'm not boasting about it. I'm saying, like, there's no way in fuck that we're the only people. There's no way in hell that the people that watch our podcast and listen to our podcast and comment on our podcast and have subscribed and all the other stuff, that people that actually keep coming back and listening to us, there's no way we're the only people that are aware of this bullshit. This is proof. This is proof that we need more people like Creed Link, whoever the real person behind Creed Link is, whatever their real name is, and our other commenters, and then people that I've seen on Twitter and maybe not Instagram, but on Twitter and other social media outlets that have said, "Hey man, this Operation Warp Speed stuff is not. This is not it." And it's a very small amount of people, and I'm very, very shocked that it's a small amount of people that are saying this Operation Warp Speed shit is not cool. This shit's for the birds. Now we have Robert Meyer Burnett from Hollywood saying, "Look, Operation Warp Speed is not the greatest thing that we should be having right now." Because while it might fix the small issues, we still got the big issues. And in their mindset, in the Big Brother corrupt government's mindset, is those big issues was their plan. Has always been their plan. Again, people fighting for change, yes, it's great. And I think, yes, given the context, it is worth dying for. But man, we are just so scary accurate on this podcast. And again, I want to make this video because I wanted people to see. I was laying on my bed literally 20 minutes ago watching this. Not this, but watching Robert Meyer Burnett. And then he said that, and I was like, holy shit, I need to find the exact clip from the episode we did last week, from when Creed Link commented and said, and by the way, shout out Creed Link. And Creed Link's not the only person that has said true shit on our podcast, but it did register to me because he said, "I am legend." And so I am legend, and then Robert Meyer Burnett says, "What? I am legend." This is crazy. This shows you that Jerry and I are not the only people out here that are paying attention. Creed Link's paying attention. Robert Meyer Burnett's paying attention. Who is next? Are you people paying attention? But without all of this, Jerry and I would just be two people talking on a podcast. But you guys come in and you guys comment and you guys say some real shit. So I want to shout out not only to Creed Link, but to everyone who comments on our stuff, everyone who talks in the live chat, everyone who comes in, who comes through. The past few episodes, we've had two people come through and just kick it with us, and we had little debates and little conversations about some real deep stuff when it comes to government. So, just remember, here in Contemporary Comrades, man, we apparently we are really speaking the truth. And again, that's to no surprise to me. It's just I am shocked that so many small handful of people are in Hollywood are paying attention now, along with us. So welcome on aboard, Robert Meyer Burnett, to the train of realizing, hey, we need to start paying attention to what's really going on behind the scenes. But anyways, I'm Corn. This is Contemporary Comrades. Check us out. We will be here this Friday live, this Friday night at 9. So yeah, I'm out.